Going down. Nashville Predators versus Montreal Canadiens tonight, and I cannot wait. I'm pumped for this. Ever since the trade, every time they play, I'm looking forward to this game. Never was a big Nashville guy, never followed Nashville, not in the same conference, not in the same division, nowhere near Montreal that way. They don't meet up very often, but ever since Subban's been here, I've been following them, that's for sure. Big game tonight. Montreal needs to win this game. Carolina, Buffalo, Boston, and Toronto all won yesterday. The two teams ahead of them won. The two teams chasing them won. Pittsburgh won. Everybody that's around Montreal is winning, so they need to keep winning. As great as they've been the past 10 games, they still need to keep winning because everybody else is winning just like them. It's crazy. Toronto's been on fire. Anyways, let's get into the numbers. Nashville, 33-21-5. Second in the Central Division with 71 points. They only got 2 more points than Montreal. These are very similar teams in goals for, goals against, penalty kill, power play, everything similar, top to bottom. Nashville's goalie numbers are a little bit better. That's where I give them the edge. Bit better defensive stats. They clearly do have a better defense, but Montreal can beat this team. They have bet once this year, and Montreal did lose, sad to say. But Nashville, in their past 5 games, are 2-2-1. On their injured reserve right now is Austin Watson, Zach Ronaldo, and Mikko Salamakia. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Mikko Salamakia. That's the only way I can pronounce it. That's how it's written down. They got 173 goals for, 173 goals against, even on their differential. Their goalie numbers are good. Backup and starter both have good numbers, and they're both very similar numbers. Pekka Rinne, not going to win the Vezina again this year, but we all know he's a solid regular season goalie. Can't say the same for him in the playoffs, especially not since last year at least. And he has been pulled 4 times this year, so when I get to my keys of the game for Montreal to win, that's going to be a factor for sure. Anyways, Pekka Rinne, 19, 15, and 3, .914 save percentage, 2.50 goals against. He has 3 shutouts. Their backup, UC Saros, 14, 6, and 2, .913 save percentage, 2.59 goals against, and 2 shutouts. So both their goalie has shutouts. Starter has 3, backup has 2. Almost exactly similar save percentage, literally 1% separating them. So those are good numbers, solid numbers. Any team would take solid goaltending like that, especially in the West. Even though the West is very weak this year, they do have a lot of high-scoring teams. Ryan Johansson is their leading scorer. 57 games played, only has 11 goals. But guess what? He has 41 apples to go with it. That guy can set up anybody. That's a line they're going to have to shut down tonight for sure. 11 goals, 41 assists, 52 points, +6. The only guy I've seen out of their top 5 scorers that has a decent shooting percentage with a 10.5 shooting percentage. The guy behind him, number 2 leader on Nashville in points, Roman Josi, another defenseman. 2 of their top 3 are defensemen, and it's Josi and Ekholm. The first one is Josi in 59 games played, 11 goals, 34 assists, 45 points, +5, 5.5 shooting percentage. Absolutely crazy. If you hear a baby crying in the background, guys, it's my daughter running up and down the house. She had some Smarties recently, so she's deciding to be wild. Little Tarzan out there. She looks just like me, and she don't stop just like me. Matthias Ekholm, 58 games played, 7 goals, 33 assists, 40 points, +24. One of the best 2-way defensemen in the league. Great shutdown defenseman. Got a nice shot. Not a guy you want shooting from the point, but he is a guy, when he's open, he's not going to hit the net all the time. 6.9 shooting percentage for him. So Ekholm and Josi shooting percentage aren't great. They are defensemen, but 5.5% shooting and 6.9% shooting isn't great for your leading scorers on your team. My keys to Nashville winning this game, if they do win, hope they don't want to see PK Subban win nothing. This is the Habs. I want to see the Habs win. Shout out to Predators fans if you're watching. Good luck to your team, but I hope my team destroys them. Just saying. Get the puck out there but to big shots and capitalize on their rebounds. So get the point shot out. Get traffic in front of the net so Price can't see the puck. Shoot it at him a lot. He's either going to let the rebound in or he's not going to be able to track the puck and it's going to go in, and they're going to have to capitalize on those rebounds because if the puck doesn't go in, if Price doesn't catch it and hold it on his chest, he will kick it out, and those defensemen and guys like Johansson and their guys up front are just brutal at getting those garbage rebound goals. You look at Nashville play, they're shooting from the point all the time. Their blue line guys are Subban's always on that blue line, like cycling top of the blue line, waiting for the puck to come so he can either pass it over somebody for a shot or he can take the shot, or he'll come in and take the wrist shot. Subban's a guy to watch out for too. He doesn't have as many points, but we know against Montreal he's going to be hype and he's going to be ready to play. So that's a guy we got to watch for on the ice. And also, don't let Montreal score a bunch of goals first because Rinne's guys have been pulled 4 times already this year. If If Montreal gets to him early, he's a guy that can crumble easy. I've seen it happen to him a few times in the playoffs over his career. Last year was brutal for him. We've all seen what happened, and I've seen it happen a few times in the regular season this year. It was a big deal on Hockey Central when they were talking about Nashville, actually. Now, Montreal, the diehards know these numbers, but the rest of y'all might want to hear these numbers because they're great. As Habs fans, we had to be happy with how it's going. They do need to win because Buffalo, Carolina, Toronto, Pittsburgh, everybody around Montreal is winning. But they are the away team tonight. Nashville's the home team. The record is 31-18-7. They have 69 points. They're fourth in the Atlantic with that first wildcard spot. As far as I know, they still have the first wildcard spot. I don't think Pittsburgh overtook them for it. Their last 5, they're 3-1-1. On their injured reserve is Paul Byron. He's day to day. He could be back next week. He could be in the lineup in a couple of games. I have no idea what's on the go with Byron. I just know his forearm isn't broke. It isn't sprained. It should just be a bruise or something. So Byron's day to day. He's the only guy in injured reserve right now. Power play, 13.48. Somehow better than Nashville's abysmal power play. So if Montreal get a power play goal tonight, that would be really good for this team. Nashville is worse. Their penalty kill is a little bit worse than Nashville. Like I said, similar numbers, just a little bit better power, just a little bit better power play and a little bit better penalty, a little bit worse of a penalty kill with 79.33. Would love to see that get that over 80%. They need to get that over 80%. Excuse me, folks. 170 goals for, so only 3 less goals for to Nashville, but they have 8 less goals, they have 11 less goals against the Nashville with 162, and they got a +8 differential in the goals against, so they're better than Nashville there. Their goalies got pretty good numbers too. Niemi, not the greatest numbers, but good wins. That's what counts for me with a backup. I don't care if you have 700% save percentage and you're a backup. If you got more wins than losses, you're doing a good job in my eyes. Carey Price, 23-13-5. 0.915 save percentage, 2.55 goals against, 3 shutouts, 7-0-1 in his last 8 games. Need I say more for Price? We all know how good Price is being. He's going to be a big part of tonight's game. I expect him to see him in tonight's game. I expect him to see him against Tampa, and then I would assume Niemi's going to be the backup in Sunday's game against Florida. 2 big games because not only playing Nashville tonight, we're also playing Tampa Saturday, Toronto the Saturday after that. So it's a tough schedule coming up, guys, and road games too. Niemi, 8-5-2, 3.61 goals against, 0.893 save percentage, 0 shutouts for Niemi. So he's the only goalie on all the lists on both these teams that doesn't have a shutout, but it's not a big deal. He got the wins. He got more wins than losses. That's what counts to me. Leaders, by no surprise to nobody, he's been the leader the whole year. Max Domi, 56 games played, 17 goals, 32 assists, 49 points, +8. 13.4 shooting percentage. Our top 3's shooting percentage is so much better than Nashville's top 3 shooting percentage. Our top 2, if you added up the shooting percentage together, would be higher than Nashville's top 3. Drouin, 56 games played, 17 goals, 32 assists, 46 points, +3, 11.4 shooting percentage. Great numbers for Drouin. He's really been picking up the past 5 or 6 games. We're loving seeing his scoring depth. Most of these guys do play on different lines. Well, 2 of them play on the same line, 1 plays on a different line. But Montreal has great scoring depth. I could go all day with how good their scoring depth is. That's my biggest key to Montreal's keys to victory for Montreal this year. How good they've been is their scoring depth. They can depend on goals from everywhere. If Kotkaniemi don't score, Shaw will score. If Shaw don't score, Domi will step up with a big goal. If Domi don't step up with a goal, Drouin will have a 2-goal night. It's just great watching all these guys score. And we all know what Tatar doing. He's been electric lately. Galley's been excellent. Got the leading goals on the team, most shots. It's great, guys. It's great. 55 games played for Tatar. 17 goals, 23 assists, 40 points, +11. 12.4 shooting percentage and 11.4 shooting percentage for Drouin. So amazing. Their shooting percentages are all great. And I got to say, Philip Deneau also has 40 points, but I didn't want to put him over Tatar because he has less goals, but he's a +21. So Deneau is right up there too. You can put him in the top 3. It's up to you how you look at it. I got Tatar over Deneau in the top 3, but they're both got the exact same amount of points. The keys to win for Montreal: shut down the Johansson line. That's Nashville's hottest line. Johansson is their Mitch Marner of their team. He's the creator. He's the guy that gets things going. Don't let him win a lot of faceoffs. Be all over their defense on the point. Clear the front of the net. Don't let him get traffic in front of Price. And I also wrote down, get to Rene early. I said that earlier in Nashville's keys to win. Don't let Montreal score early, but get to Rene early. Get 2 or 3 on him early because he's been pulled 4 times this year for letting in 4 goals in the first period. He's a guy, if you can get 1 or 2 on him quick, his confidence gets shook quick, and that's it. It's game over for Rene then. Also, get a big power play goal. If Montreal can get a power play goal, the confidence it would instill in this team would be crazy. It would get them going. They need a power play goal. Every game they get a power play goal, except for that game against the Leafs last game. They looked like they're going to win. It just completely changes momentum. They look like the happiest team in the world when they score a power play goal, and just we all know why, because it's been abysmal on the power play. If the power play is so bad, it's like last year. It's like the whole team was as bad as what our power play is last year. 5-on-5, everything last year was as bad as what the power play is this year. The only thing I complain about this year is the power play, and a bit about Niemi, but I'll give that guy a pass because he got 8 wins. Price has to be big. We need Price to be big. Even if there's traffic in front of the net, he got to make the big save. Nashville's not a team you can give opportunities to because they will bury you for it. My predictions for tonight's game, I would say 5-4 Montreal. I'm predicting a high-scoring game, 4-3 Montreal. Don't think it's going to go to overtime. These teams both want the 2 points so bad. They're not these teams that are just, when it gets at the end, they're going to have stalemates and just hold on till one team gets till they both get to overtime. These teams are both going to go for the win. They both want the 2 points. They're both in tight divisions right now in playoff races. They're both in a playoff spot and don't want to lose it. So, should be a big game. Hopefully a big win for Montreal. Let's see the PK Subbans versus the Shea Webbers tonight and see them. Shea Webbers come out on top. This is Mr. Average Hockey Fan. Hope you liked the video, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll have a great recap for you after the game. Go Habs, go. Have a great day, folks. Over and out.